So hey, I'm Casanav. I'm just gonna give you guys my opinion on a couple of topics that were talked about today at the Indianapolis classes. That's a very good question. I would have to say my biggest turn off with the opposite sex would have to be a man who doesn't have his shit together. A man who's always thirsty in the clubs, you know what I mean? A man who has so many different kids by different women, but steady yet still trying to date women. At the end of the day, if you a man and you got some kids at home, your ass need to be at home with them kids. Or if you got a chick pregnant, why are you in the club? Why are you not tending to that woman? At the end of the day, we all like to have fun. We all like to date. But if you got like 5 kids and 5 different baby mamas, you ain't got your shit together. I would have to say that a lot of women pretend that they don't want it like a lot of men do, but we do. We get horny just like men get horny. But at the end of the day, some women are more reserved than others. Some women are very promiscuous. They have sex with who they want to, with how many people they want to. Do you have some women who are not promiscuous and they want to have sex with just one person? So at the end of the day, everybody's horny. Everybody wants sex. Everybody wants their socks knocked off. Everybody want to get in. So I would have to say that those women who act like they don't want to have sex, they're perfect. They lying. They want it just as bad as men do. I would have to say that people are definitely attracted to money. Nobody wants no broke man. Nobody wants no chick that ain't got her shit together. So if you meet somebody and off rip they tell you that, you know, the things they have going on, you're instantly going to be attracted to that. Looks to me come second. I'm not saying I'm going to date a guy for what he has, but if he has his things together, I'm going to be more attracted to him because I got my shit together. So it's like if two people got their shit together and they're connecting with each other, they can build an empire together. So I would definitely have to say that money matters over looks. I don't care what nobody say. Anybody can tell you that, well, she gotta look good, she ain't gotta have no money, they lying. Because if you're dating a man who don't got no job, who don't got no money, who don't got no place, and you got a job and you got all those things, you're gonna be pretty much taking care of a grown ass man. Who wants to do that? So yeah, I would have to say definitely money over looks. I feel like nice guys do finish last. A lot of times, you know, when a guy is doing everything he's supposed to do, a lot of women pretty much are scared of that because a lot of women don't know what a good man is. A lot of us women didn't have a father in our lives, so we don't really know what a man is supposed to do and how a man is supposed to treat a woman because we didn't get shown that. We didn't have a good example in our lives. So I feel like a lot of times all we know is bad men. All we know is men that don't got their stuff together, or we know men that cheat, lie, do all those type of things. So that's what we like. Women like a man who can give them a challenge, but at the end of the day, those are not the men that are good for your heart. You need a man who's going to treat you right, who's going to love you, is going to be there for you when, you know, times are rough and when times are bad. So at the end of the day, good guys finish last, but I feel like we have more examples of men that the good guys would definitely finish, you know, first, but they're not nowadays. Say no. A lot of times when men are dating a woman, they don't expect anything but sex. Because at the end of the day, you guys are just dating. And most of the time, they're not just dating you. They got other chicks that they dating at the same time. So if you're a friend with benefits, of course you're just being dated for sex. And, you know, dated for maybe, you know, a dinner here and there, a movie here and there. If you're a side chick, you're just being dated to be. And if you are his main chick, but you don't have the title yet, you might have expectation not to talk to anybody but him. But I would definitely have to say that men don't expect too much. They don't say too much, they don't communicate. A lot of times men, you know, they got a girl to think like, okay, she gonna be my girl and give her certain treatments, but at the end of the day, they don't communicate that that's all they want is sex. So I would have to say they don't expect anything. If they do, they don't communicate that they do. Right now I have a full-time job at Wright State University. I'm a case manager. I'm also a grad student getting my MBA. Project management. I'm also a promoter. Once a month I promote the Art Luxury Therapy Cafe every third Friday. I also do Cincinnati, and I'm also working on moving to Columbus and Cleveland doing events. I also started a talk show, the Casanav Show, which is pretty much has about 4 or 5 episodes right now. You guys can tune in and watch that. And I'm just, you know, always looking for opportunities to advance and pretty much, you know, elaborate and make my resume a lot better than what it already is. At first, I wanted a relationship, and I felt like a lot of guys I was talking to, they did not want a relationship. And so I feel like it was kind of like, okay, I'm all on board, let's do this. And they was like, nah, I'm cool, they're not for a relationship. So after that, honestly, it was just kind of like I just wanted to be on my grind, like on my shit, like tunnel vision. You feel me? At the end of the day, we all have goals that we have set for ourselves. And I feel like at this point in time, there's so many things I want to accomplish in my life that it's just tunnel vision for me right now. I'm just focused on getting money, you know what I'm saying, building an empire, trying to get everything planned and prepared for my future. So when I have kids and a husband, you know what I'm saying, we're going to be good. We're going to be real good. We can go to Africa, build some land, and get the fuck out of USA. Yes, I feel like now that I've started like a talk show and more people have actually kind of like know what I'm doing now, it seems like all those guys that was not into a relationship now, it's like they're coming out of the woodwork. Like, when can I take you out? When do you want to do this? Let's go on a trip. Let's do that. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm busy. Like every guy always like, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy. And I really do be busy. I really don't have time for myself. But I just kind of feel like, dude, like where were you at like before all of this, you know? Because I'm very humble, you know. I know where I came from and I know where I'm trying to go. So I always think about where I came from, and that keeps me humble. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, everything can be taken away from you. So I feel like if you continue to work hard and you go after what you want to go after, and you continue to go after those goals, make lists, keep a tunnel vision, anything you want in life, it can happen. You just gotta work hard for it. Like the Casanav show, I started from the ground up. I don't have any sponsors. I didn't have anybody backing me behind me, but this was something I always wanted to do, and I felt like if I had to do it on my own, I was gonna get it done. And that's just my personality. Whatever I want, I go after it. And I feel like more people need to have that attitude and support each other. We all need to support one another. You know what I'm saying? We ain't supporting each other. That's just terrible. When I was like 13 years old, because my grandmother, you know, she raised me and she raised other grandkids. She didn't really have money to like take me school shopping and do things for me. So I was 12 years old, working at Papa John's, working like every single day. Like I bought all my school clothes, you know what I'm saying? I bought hella school supplies, and from that point on, I seen what it was to like make money and be your own hustler, you know what I mean? So it's like, ever since I was 12 years old, I've always had a job, I've always had money. And I don't know what it's like not to have money. So I feel like to have money, you gotta work hard. If you don't work hard, you won't have no money. And at the end of the day, I'm not chasing money, I'm chasing, you know, my goals, my dreams, my aspirations. My mother, because she basically was never in my life. I'm 25 now. My mother didn't raise me. My mother was not there. When I was a child, you know, she like left me in a crack house. My grandmother actually had to come into a crack house and get me out. I was probably like 4 or 5 years old. My grandmother told me. And I don't really remember that, but I remember being in the room with a whole bunch of kids, like on mattresses and shit like that. I don't really remember like what the fuck was going on. But my mother, you know, she's been on drugs her whole entire life. Well, not her entire life, you know, but after she had me. And she basically been in and out of prison, you know. She's very violent. My mom was a prostitute. She had a rough childhood, rough life. But she chose drugs versus choosing a different route. My father, you know, is a role model too. Basically, my parents are basically role models of what I know I should not be. That's why I think I work so hard. People always wonder, like, how the hell do you do what you do? Or how do you work so hard? It's because I feel like I have to. Like, I have no choice. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta do what I gotta do. At the end of the day, nobody ain't gonna give you shit. You feel me? You gotta do what you gotta do for you, your family, and yours. And even though my mom wasn't in my life and, you know, she was on drugs and she chose that route, I still love her. I forgive her, you know what I mean? My father, you know, he was in prison throughout high school, college, but my dad always called me, always tried to keep in contact with me. So I respect that. It's 11 of us. My dad got 11 kids. So we're all not close, but we're actually working on that now, getting close. But I respect my dad now. He's working, you know, he's not in the streets anymore. He's doing positive things now. So I'm very proud of him. He's out the streets. My mother, unfortunately, she still is in the streets. So hopefully she'll get better soon. I pray mostly to ask God to continue working his way in my life, making me a better person, making me and allowing him to use me, you know, as his vessel. I really just feel like my purpose on this earth is to help people and to tell my story.